where, as I'm sure you know, similar to Europe, it's in much wider use, and gave a lovely talk that was sort of entitled "Welcome to the Nightmare of PSMA Imaging," and it's a nightmare because you see stuff that you don't know what to do with, and it is. So I'm not amongst those people who are eagerly awaiting it and will deploy it immediately for every patient, because I do the little experience I've had sending patients to San Francisco for investigational scans. The results we've gotten have been challenging to interpret. They drive patients crazy when we don't know what to tell them. So I think we'll use it, but we'll use it judiciously and learn about it and think about how to actually use it for better clinical decision making, as opposed to just getting pretty pictures and getting confused, which is what I'm worried about.
And do you think other doctors have taken a different view with Axumin and PSMA? Have they just been like, I want as much information as possible?
Yeah, I think that's true. I think there's a lot of docs out there who just think more scans is better.
Do you know if they actually ever changed their treatment? Given, as you said, there aren't many different treatment options.
Yeah, I'm afraid that there are quite a few practitioners who who don't think about it quite as carefully as I do, and would just reclassify patients in their mind from non-metastatic to metastatic based on a scan, and use metastatic treatments without a great deal of consideration for the bigger picture of what they're doing. Yes, I think people like imaging, patients like imaging, and so I think the adoption is I don't think everybody's quite as conservative as I am.
And so those patients that suddenly a physician will suddenly decide is metastatic, whereas traditionally they won't have been. The trials obviously won't run in those patients. Do you think they will react in the same way that as in trial, or do you think actually there's a danger that they won't react in this way?
Sorry, you broke up just a little bit, so I didn't quite hear the whole question.
So as in with the patients that suddenly are classified as metastatic, those ones weren't in the original trials for the metastatic agents. Do you think doctors are doing them harm by giving them those agents, or do you think in reality the agents act the same and it doesn't really matter if classification of metastatic?
Oh, yeah, no, I don't think that there is likely to be great harm in making those distinctions. But I do think there's at least a potential to expose patients to drugs with side effects that they don't need to yet, and just be a little bit misled about making clinical decisions. Kind of depends what you do. I mean, if you're just prescribing something like apalutamide or enzalutamide or abiraterone, that's unlikely to be of any significant harm, and it may turn out, as data comes in, as that it all makes sense anyway. If you're prescribing chemotherapy or radium, there I have some troubles with prescribing those kinds of more risky drugs to patients that really were never studied with those drugs, because they created a new category of patients with a more sensitive. I think it depends how you use the information. Okay.
And is there a lot of discussion amongst prostate cancer treaters at the moment about treatment pathway given these new imaging agents, or is everyone kind of working it out for themselves?
No, I think there's some discussion. It's in the U.S. because these imaging modalities are still fairly nascent. There's not a we're not having workshops yet, educational sessions at ASCO and things like that.